Here is our updated version of Blue-White Fair Fight, post Helvault Unsealed. As you can see, the general shell is still the same from our old version. Still runs the other creatures of Ardent Supporter, Untested Rookie, Spawning Arowana, Frontline Paladin into Paragon of Balance. Also runs Pinpoint, Stoneforge, and finishes off with Team Captain Fairfight. Same thing as before, but with Helvault and Sealed, there have been a few changes to the deck. One of the big changes to the deck was with the land. Training Yard has always been the primary land for us. It's a really great card, and it still is a great card, as it provided cards in hand late game to help, refill your board after something like a wipe, or just keep applying pressure throughout the game. Here, Moorland Haunt is a new card from Helvault and Sealed, and it says starting turn 6, you have a chance to add a 1-cost 1/1 copy of a random creature card from your graveyard to your hand instead of getting a mana gem. If you do, give it flying. Basically, this means any creature that's died, brings it back, puts it in your hand, and it only costs 1. So we wanted to grab cards that have impact when hitting the board. So we have really good debut cards. We have Team Captain is still good as a 1/1. Resto Angel is like a creature version of Moorland Haunt, right? So there's so much synergy with this card. It started off as a test, but I have fallen in love with this card. Next card is Thalia, and it says when it debuts, during your opponent's next turn, their spells cost 2 more. Basically, Thalia acts like a second negate on legs. It helps delay those board wipe spells and other important spells that your opponent might have. Other than that, Thalia also acts as a disruption to some of the combo decks who need to cast multiple spells per turn. Our next 2-drop is Attack Yak, and when this debuts, it gets a +2/+2 for each other yak you played this game. Now I know what you're thinking, but hear me out. With Moorland Haunt, Champion's Grit, and Restoration Angel, this thing becomes pretty big. And believe me when I say casting a 1-cost Attack Yak from a Moorland Haunt that ends up being a 7/7 flyer is pretty damn scary for the opponent. Geist of Saint Traft. When this debuts, it adds an angel to your hand, and after you summon an angel, this gets armor. So the angel it gives is a 4-cost 4/3 flying with armor, which is a great 4-drop to kind of help you curve out if you need a 4-drop, but also a great target for Resto Angel and Moorland Haunt. Now the final change we made was Restoration Angel. This has probably got to be my favorite change to the deck because it's probably one of my favorite cards of all time in Magic the Gathering, and it's a 4-cost 3/3 flyer. And when this debuts, it returns another friendly creature to your hand and you change its cost to 1. So we use this in tandem with a Stoneforge Mystic, giving us another Mystic weapon to buff our creatures, give our guys flying, maybe sneak to get in the last points of damage. Pinpoint Avenger's another target, right? You can double cast this to get those X1s out of the way. Geist of Saint Traft is a great target, allowing you to get another flying creature. Attack Yak is a wonderful target, allowing you to have big ass Attack Yaks. Thalia can help with disrupting DOJs, lava waves, and combo turns. And even like Arrestor Lavinia can be recast consecutive turns for consecutive stuns, making Restoration Angel pretty good. It's like a Moorland Haunt, right? But it allows you to attack with it too. Really great card. As for the overall strategy, like I said, it's still the same, but it starts with mulliganing smart, right? You want to mulligan for the matchup and throw cards that aren't going to help you out versus certain decks for cards that you can possibly get that will, give you that advantage. Knowing when to attack and knowing when to block is very important in this deck. There's a common misconception that, oh man, I have to be aggressive and getting the proc turn 3, but then you just lose all your dudes to a 3/3 blocker and a 2/3 blocker, leaving you with one card and a dead next turn. So don't be forced into attacking just to getting the proc. Many times it's turn 4, turn 5, turn 6 when I finally getting the proc. Using your life as a resource is very important. Not blocking to kill your creatures, but maybe blocking to set up a paragon, or trading against a creature that's going to outpower your dudes is really important to know. This deck has a lot of feel to it, and knowing how the deck works, kind of knowing what you're going to draw is very important, and knowing when to do those things will make you more successful with this deck. Okay, so let's head into one of the events. First matchup is against Vraska. Typically this is a longer match, but we do notice that the opponent has a aggressive land in form of a Hellmouth Cave. So we're gonna go for we're thinking he's aggressive, right? So we grab the 3 drops. We get a lucky dog on turn 1. And we're just gonna pass the turn and wait. Okay, so they drop a mammoth. This is fine. We're just gonna play along. He's probably gonna drop just smaller creatures. Or I guess the throne. We don't mind taking 2 right here, but he doesn't even attack. I think we can Divine Smite this right now just to get damage in, and so he doesn't get the the Vraska proc. So he only gets 1 mammoth in the bank. That kind of sucks, but we do have cards to counteract with it. I think since we have 4 mana, good play is Stoneforge Mystic. I was thinking about Geist, but I wanted to use all my mana this turn, pass the turn. He does get the proc, which is fine. Our board is looking good. And he can't do anything, right? He's gonna try to draw cards. But even attacking into this is kind of weird. We do have access to Fair Fight this turn. Thinking about pathing it. We do that, we just go in, and we can still cast a 2-drop at the end, thus giving us a bigger Fair Fight. And we have 2 guys that are armored still. We do draw the Aura of Courage. Okay. Okay with Geist here. Attacking in. We're just trying to maintain a good board. Boom, now we have 3 armored dudes. And we hope they don't have like an infest or something, but they're running aggressive decks, so they're probably not going to play it. That's fine. that's fine too. We just get value from our fair fight. So yeah, we can drop this to get more value out of the fair fight. Boom. Oh, nice yak. Use fair fight, swing in for 20. Go ahead, block 2 things. That armor is money right now. I'm not losing it. Yeah, go ahead, have the Geist. So they have to have 4 blockers. Now we just play Aura of Courage's turn. So they need to have 5 blockers not to die. Either way, our next turn is pretty good. I think this guy's just, yeah. The math isn't that hard. Boom. Usually Vraska's pretty hard, but I didn't like this build of this guy's. Alright, next matchup is against Jace. These combo decks, these Jace decks with Gut Devils or Laboratory Maniacs are kind of like the big thing right now, right? So against the Gut decks, we want to utilize, like, be aggressive in the beginning, but then utilize Stoneforge Mystics and Resto Angels to get back Stoneforge Mystics and try to get your creatures some evasion, whether it be flying, sneak, trample to do damage over the Gut Devils, which can pose a problem. Our matchup against this deck is, I guess, we're unfavored, but my overall win percentage against deck is over 60%. So, you know, it's definitely winnable. It's definitely winnable, but it is a tough matchup. You're racing against their stuff. Here we bite on the trap with the devils, and you know they're gonna get devils in their deck, and that's fine, but you still want to just keep going wide and provide pressure. Here we grab a flying mythic weapon from the Stoneforge, which will be useful. We do run a Perish in our deck, which turns all the creatures in your opponent's graveyard to Lingering Souls. So sometimes, you know, mid-game we want to drop that when the devils are at, you know, doing 3 to 4 damage each, so we can reset the cycle for them and have them try to go through killing all their Gut Devils again. Here he's getting a lot of Gut Devil in his deck, but as you can see, we have 10 damage on board each turn. I'm counting 5 devils in the graveyard, so the next one is 5 to 6 damage per. So, you know, we can work around 2 to 3 more devils before dying. So he drops another devil, and we have some decisions to make. We can go team captain, go big next turn, but I think we're just trying to be as aggressive as possible. We'll see what we get here. We probably just want stats for later on. Clears big dude. He can trade if he wants to, but he'll be taking a good amount of damage. Now we're holding the mythic weapons because we're probably going to need a turn where we need to fly and do some damage, because the next 2 devils are probably lethal for us. We haven't drawn the Perish yet either, so that's fine. He's just trying to get blockers in front. Our Moorland Haunt procs We get the dog. It's okay. It's not really that crazy, but it is a flyer. So we're gonna go ahead, pump up a dude, because I'm not sure if I want to attack with everything yet, just because I don't want to get the devil procced. Maybe attacking with the flyer is just good right here. Puts them down to 3. And we just go a little bit wider on the board. We die to a Gut Devil plus Pyroclasm. He does bounce back our flyer. Here we're going to block everything except for the Gut Devil. Yep. And then we have another Stoneforge Mystic to get another flying or sneak. Hope he doesn't drop another devil. Okay, so he ultimates, gets his Jace ability going, so everything now is just going to cost 1. So this is where it gets scary. We have to probably win next turn. Oh man, he gets the flyer block. So our only out right now is a sneak card. Trample works too, I guess. We'll sneak in for 5, do damage, and that's kind of how you have to navigate versus Jace. It's a long game, but you know, it is winnable. Okay, so here we are against Drizzt. Kind of just kept this hand. It's has some play in it with the Arowana and Yaks for turn 2. I would prefer a dog on turn 1. I kept Resto Angel just because I want to try it with Attack Yaks and possibly Arowana if we need to buy more time. We do draw Thalia. Don't know how good it will be in this matchup, but you know, we'll see. Drops the Herald, that's fine. Slow hand for slow hand. I'm gonna play the Thalia to get rid of any grudge match shenanigans right now. He still can play the trap, so he can have a shields up or a giant growth. Just block. We don't have the paragons, so we don't really care about the combo right now. He has 2 mana up. Can't fool the foe. Come on, man. I'm gonna take it. Drizzt's always been kind of like an evenish matchup for us, maybe giving them the advantage, but they did lose some play with the balance changes that happened at the end of, October? So they've lost some of their power value. However, they've picked up a couple new cards, but it just takes more time to test, so we'll definitely figure out. So we have a wide board. Unfortunately, 2 of our creatures are kind of useless right now. We do need to get rid of the 3/3. He definitely has the giant growth in his hand. Or a grudge match. See, so that Thalia was a pretty decent call. He takes out a dude, which is unfortunate. I think we just take this because we're hoping for a Divine Smite. And we can just get rid of it. Boom. It was a good chance we were going to draw it anyway. Attack with everything. That can't get killed by the dog, so we don't lose a dog in the process. That's fine. We still get in for, I don't know, what is that? 10. Drops Stoneforge Mystic. Our next play is pretty open. Maybe it'll involve Resto Angel. Maybe it will involve 2 Resto Angels. So I don't think I'm going to attack here anyway, so I'm just going to build up a dude. So my Yak is now a 4/4. And we also have a flyer on board now, which is nice. Alright, drop your Peer, Divine Smite, that's fine. Really good play. Doesn't do anything. We do have the Aura, but we also still have another Resto Angel. He's showing a Shields Up in his hand. Not sure if they even still play it, but you know, I always just play around it. Not sure if I want to attack. Maybe attack with the Yak first. Put a block. You know what? Might as well cast it again, right? Or do we cast the Paladin? I'm not sure what was the play there. I think I was just trying to be efficient with my mana. Because now we don't have like a big dude on board. Our HP is still good. This guy's kind of like a throwaway at this point. That Drana might be an issue, but look at that. We get Arowana. Yeah, we drop the Aura. Swing in. You can block if you wanna. Okay, that's a big ass Drana now. Now the Drana's gonna get in next turn because of the sneak on it. Then we just refill our board, and now we have 2 flyers, along with a Stoneforge Mystic that can potentially buff a dude. I love Predator Ooze, by the way. I think Predator Ooze works with so many cards. He attacks. We're just gonna try to take the least amount of damage. Here, I'm okay with blocking here too. Marlon Hunt, what do you give me? Another dog. I guess a dog is always one of the first to die, so you can get some of that. Okay, so we grab the trample here, and we can put it on our fatty. And he forcing him to block with his Drana because he would be taking so much damage from the other stuff, and we just swing in with everything. So he may not die, but he's gonna lose his whole board. Yep. Alright, down to 5, and my board still have 5 creatures. This is what I love about the deck. It's just constant dudes on the board, and like having your opponent try to block. So it's kind of scary because how do I get 5 damage across? A lot of our dudes are too low. I mean, they're still big guys, right? He's probably going to kill something with the Orzhov, but everything else he has to trade for. Leaving with an Orzhov. I guess I die to, like, not even. I don't know if you can do 9 damage this turn. Oh, just kidding. 0. I win. And that's it. That's how you play Gideon. It's the same thing. It's still owned. It's still pretty good. If you're looking for something to tackle the release events or push ladder to mythic, I think Gideon is still in a good spot. Are you looking for the latest decks to tackle the new meta? Well, we got you. Head on over to Clan MTGS's website at mtg-ss.net for content from some of the top players in the game today, including yours truly. Links are in the description below. Hope to see you there. What have you been playing this season? Share your thoughts in the comments below. Thank you everyone for watching. Make sure you like, subscribe, and share this video. This is buxfoo. I'm out.